I don't know if you guys are out there. I've got the phone set up. We'll see if I can pull this up on my laptop and see what's going on here. See if this is actually working. I know we're in a different orientation now for whatever. My phone's not letting me go sideways. You guys out there? All right. This is working. Awesome. Okay. I wish I could change it to go sideways, but for whatever reason, my phone's not letting me do that. But we are live, so that's all that matters. Mad Jack 815, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. So I don't know what the problem is. My laptop's all up to date. Everything is normal, so I have no idea what the deal is with that. We're good. Um, and as far as like the internet stuff, like last night I thought it was the storm, and I was trying to say it on the last attempt just a few minutes ago, but our internet is, it's not Spectrum. Somebody was like, oh, you must have Spectrum. It's not Spectrum. I can't remember who it is. But we have a satellite, like this square satellite dish that's on the side of our house that points to a grain bin that's like probably 3-ish miles away. And then there's a big satellite on top of that grain bin. So I think there might be an issue also with branches and stuff in front of that satellite dish, but my phone is on the same internet that the computer is on. So I'm not sure what the problem is, but we're live. So that's all that matters. Yeah, it's a bummer that it's in this orientation, but that is what it is. MJK Adventures, I do have Starlink, but I only have the 50 gig a month plan, and I'm not about to pay for another internet service when, other than this issue that I'm having right now, our internet is absolutely fine. I did a speed test as soon as I pulled the last live attempt down, and I'm getting 200 download and 50 upload. Like, it should be absolutely just enough. There was some little random update that I did on my laptop, but I don't know I don't think that was anything to do with it. Jason Travis, grain bins can block signals. That's where the internet comes from, is the satellite dish on top of this grain bin that pretty much everybody in this area is using right now. So that's not the issue either. But is what it is. It's all working at this point. So Chip Woods, my father-in-law, is doing good. I think he actually drove today, which I don't know if he was supposed to be doing that, but he's feeling all right. So that is what it is. Cheers, y'all. Appreciate the support on the merch. We've sold quite a bit already. I actually thought that the hats would be the things that were selling the best, but we've got a few hats left. The koozies, I've sold more of the koozies than anything else, so that was kind of surprising, but is what it is. Yeah, I really wish I could rotate my phone, but I think it's locked. Hold on. What does this button do? Nope, we don't need to do that. Oh, well, gosh, what am I doing? No. No green screen. Oh, that's not what we're trying to do either. If I turn it, I think it tells me that I can't turn it onto its side. Like my true boomer is coming out. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. We're just going to leave it in this rotation for now, and switch that back. All right. We'll just get into some mail, y'all. Yeah, we've got a few packages, quite a few actually, so I think we just need to go ahead and get into those and close out this other tab. I'm gonna have to see if I can like do a private stream or something. I don't know. I haven't really messed with that, but see if I can just like do a private stream next time on this thing to check and see if it's working. So it must be something to do with my computer. It's all Windows. Everything is up to date. I can see it on my computer. So I'm not, oop, my phone is slipping. Make sure that's tight in there. Should we move that back a hair? Get a little bit of a wider shot of what's going on here. There we go. We're on the air. Technical difficulty after technical difficulty. Packet W thought you were going blind slowly. Oh man. Cheers everybody. Crack open another drink. Got a Liquid Death Mango Chainsaw flavored water. JL Rich, why is it still slipping? Come on. Am I gonna have this issue now? Guys, what is my deal? It's about as tight as it'll get. Maybe I just need to take the case off of this thing. Let me do that. Technical difficulty after technical difficulty.
Looks like it.
I'm just taking this phone case off, guys, if I can. Junk. Plug her back in. As tight as it'll go. That should be better. It's probably because I have a rubber phone case. It did not like that.
Just sliding.
Yeah, well, normally I have the phone rotated the other direction, but I guess I'm not smart enough to figure out why it's not allowing me to rotate it. MJK Adventures, cheers. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, welcome to my first live. I don't know why I'm having so many issues all of a sudden, but
It's working.
we're here. All right. Sherry Brown, you're probably correct on that. Let's just go ahead and get into some packages before like my house blows up or something. We've got quite a few here, and this one came all the way from Australia, so I'm excited to open that one up. But we're gonna pop into this one, because this one is from my sister-in-law. So we're gonna see what this is all about. That looks like another camp quilt. This one should be nice for the van. So if you saw, well, I think I used it on a video I just filmed that won't come out for like another week, but I picked up this camp quilt for the van that I thought was blue, but it turned out to be teal. And this one looks much more blue. Thank you, Jenny. It's from my sister-in-law for my birthday. Check this guy. King Camp quilt. That should be cool in the van. You guys see that? You see the whole thing? Or am I too far over? I don't know where I should be standing at now. There we go. It's got like a starry night on it. That's rad. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate it. I know some of you guys get super worked up when I don't have something with me. If I say I forgot something, But maybe we'll go ahead and just outfit the van with the duplicates of everything. But like I said before, it does not bother me. If I don't have something to boil water, it's not a big deal. But it is what it is. Yeah, that's a rag camp quilt. Thank you, Jenny. That shoved back in there. If we can get this back in the bag appropriately. Crozers from Maine, waiting for your merch to arrive in the mail. Yeah, guys, we've got, gosh, I shipped a bunch of stuff. I was up most of the evening Thursday night when the video came out, packing up orders. And I packed a bunch on Friday and got those shipped out. Packed a bunch on Saturday and got those shipped out. I've packed like 10 orders today. We just had another one come in. So, I really appreciate the support with that stuff, guys. I think we finally broke even on the cost of buying everything, but we had to buy, like, we needed to get 2 different printers and like a bunch of packing tape, all sorts of stuff. And then also in all the orders, I put in like a little, it's like the size of a postcard. It's got a picture of the truck on the front, and on the back it's like, thanks for your order. So that's a little cool thing that you guys could stick up on a bulletin board or something like that. So I hope you guys like that. We'll probably change those up as the orders keep coming out. And I know you guys have asked like t-shirts and stuff like that. We just did hats and koozies and stickers so that we could really get an idea of how much stuff was actually going to sell, like how many of you guys were actually going to order stuff, because people will tell you till they're blue in the face that they want something, and when it's available that they don't buy it anyways. But I wanted to get like good solid numbers, or like a solid idea of what's actually going to sell before we start stocking t-shirts, because then you've got multiple different sizes. Same with hoodies and things like that, but we'll get that stuff done. We'll have hoodies and stuff coming up for like the fall, and then I'd like to do like stocking caps, all your typical stuff. So if there's any other stuff that you guys would like to see, let me know. But Logan 1970, no, I've not been in the service. Yeah, we'll get t-shirts and stuff out. Arthur Carr, I have a portable air conditioner that I can use in the van, and that's what we'll do. I am absolutely not putting an air conditioner on the roof. I'm not putting a roof rack on there. I'm not putting an awning on the side. Nothing will go on the roof of this van. People ask all the time. It's never going to happen. So, yeah, we might do some crazy hot sauce. We'll get into stuff. Chip Woods, we looked at like coffee mugs and stuff like that, but the price point for the amount we were going to purchase was so high that I don't think any of those would sell. You know, since I'm not buying thousands of pieces of something to sell, the price point is going to be a little bit higher. So the more we sell, the better the price could be. But we looked at something like a Yeti mug, or you know, like a taller Yeti style cup that was engraved or whatever, but those were like $40 each just to purchase. And so with shipping supplies and everything else, we would have had to price those at like $50 to $60, and I don't think anybody's going to pay for that. So it is what it is. Brandon Lee, I do have plans for the van. I really like different wheels. I'd like to lower it a little bit. There's some stuff I'd like to do to it, but I have no desire to turn it into some like camper, like super like camper van looking thing. We've got the truck for all the nonsense on the roof that I never use anyways. There's no reason to put that stuff on the van. Shannon Crook, I just was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and that's where I found it. So you just got to keep a lookout. There's also van groups, like there's on Facebook, I think there's one called Vanner Inc. And then I think there's Vanner Inc. Classifieds. There are nice vans all over for sale if you're willing to travel for them. I've managed to find this one about 3 hours north from me in Iowa. So I was super happy about that. Yeah, Brandon Lee. That's the way that I plan to do it. Trenton, haven't even started on the loft yet. We'll get into that. Like things are progressing, but I don't have an unlimited supply of money to do these things, so we have to wait for that to come in. We got the old barn taken care of. You know, I had to rent the mini excavator and the roll-offs and stuff for that, so that cost a bit of money to do, but I'm super happy that that has been taken care of. I have not burned what's in the pit yet. I do have a burn permit, so hopefully we can get that done. It would have been nice to do that today, but my wife was gone this morning, and I don't really feel like being the one here by myself to do that, so I need to get somebody over here just to help me keep an eye on that thing. I had my old neighbor come out and look at this garage door to get a garage door opener put in, but in order to do that, I'm gonna need to rent a man lift. He could rent one or whatever, and then it just, you know, I'd pay for it anyways, but I'm gonna rent one for like a week because I'd like to clean the ceiling and whatever. I need to wipe everything down. There's a lot, I think it's either smoke or I think it's smoke and a lot of dust and stuff, like there's cobwebs up there. So I'm gonna get a man lift in here, so that's probably gonna happen early July. And we'll get that stuff done, and then I'll finally start probably working on the shop out here, getting things in order. And hopefully like by winter time, we can have a loft and stuff put in, but it's just gonna take a while. Robert Studebaker, a logo tire cover would be kind of neat, but I like the hard plastic one. If anything, I do like a vinyl on the back there, because eventually I am going to redo all the vinyl on the van, so or all this graphics and whatever, and that'll happen then. The Crozers from Maine, can we do a video on the boat soon? So I started fiddling with that, and I just have not got that stuff finished yet. That thing is becoming such a headache in my life, but we'll get it done. Right now I need to work on the motorcycles because I have a motorcycle trip coming up the end of this month, which you guys will see in the beginning of July, and I'm pretty excited for that one. So I got to get that thing running. I picked up enough to do an oil change and I plugged it in, but my battery in that thing is toast, so I need to go get a new battery for that. Fridge magnets or keychains, that's not a terrible idea. John B, we'll have another camping video out on Thursday. All right, let's get into another one. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this one open from Australia. It's from Deborah F. out of, does that say Dubbo, NSW, Australia? And it tells me what it is. It's some sort of seasoning on the front. They have to put that on there for like shipping. Corey Doyle, you'll see him on the motorcycle adventure we've got coming up. At least that's the plan. Should have grabbed a knife. Trenton Pegreb, you're late to the show. We've had many issues with the live for whatever reason, so I switched to my phone, and that's just where we're at. Got a little card all the way from Australia. And a couple of notes in here. Hey Quady, loving the videos, keep them coming. You always keep it real. Hope the Raccoon Ranch is coming along nicely. Sam and I thought we would send you a little treat. Hope it doesn't get damaged in the mail. Say hi to Lady Quady. All the best from Australia. Deb and Sam. And this says, I found this card and thought of you like the kookaburras, the birds. To the Quadys, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sam are getting in very early this year for Christmas. If you guys can see that, I don't know. It's yeah, it must be a kookaburra. That phone has to be so far away to get anything in the shot, but there you guys go. Let's pop this open. From Deb and Sam. all the way from Australia. So we've got some Maggie satay chicken and Gorilla Pit barbecue southern rub. Check this out. That's cool. Packed in New Zealand and imported from New Zealand. That's rad. And check that out. We'll definitely give this a shot. Just add chicken, onion, red capsaicin, and peanut butter. So this one is supposed to use peanut butter. All right. Thank you, Deb and Sam. I appreciate it. It's wild to think that this came all the way from Australia. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Yeah, I'm 6 foot tall, if somebody's asked about that. The boat's coming along very slowly. It's now completely full of garbage from sitting outside without a cover on it. And the gas tank is like full of sediment and whatever, so I'm gonna have to either wash that thing out or pick up a new gas tank, which I don't really want to do, but we'll get it running eventually. Bulldog, I'm definitely going to do that. It's just going to take some time, but I'd like to do that, you know, a nice fire pit, and I'd really like to build like a little tiny cabin or something. So we'll see how that comes along. Trenton, we'll get to that. It's sitting over here. I just haven't had a video where I thought that would be a good thing to use, and it is fire. And if you've been watching, we were in fire restrictions for a long time last month, so I just really didn't even get the opportunity to use it, but we'll use it. Kevin Gonzalez, I'm glad you enjoyed that video. That was a fun one. I really want to like make the setup in there better and like take it on a longer trip. So some people get super worked up that you do things different. Oh, I think it's kind of funny. All right, let's get into another one. From Larry J out of Sedalia, Missouri. I'm gonna grab a knife. Oh, we've got some liquid death. It's death dust. I saw this in the store, but I didn't buy it. So it's liquid death that you can just mix into a bottle of water. We might have to give some of this a shot tonight. We'll see if I make it through that one, but yeah, it's just little packets. I love the artwork on this stuff. That's pretty rad. Thank you, Larry. We can pop this guy open. Yeah. Packets of drink mix. Thank you for this. I appreciate it. That's different. Thank you, Larry. Head smoke vibe. Travis is at home. He lives in Wisconsin. We're like 10 hours away from each other. Jasmine Santiago, your husband's a chef and he thinks my meals are inspiring. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad that you enjoy it. Yeah, I still have Travis's bumper. I have not got that to him yet. I haven't seen him in a minute. Gas watch, you're about 40-ish minutes. We had some issues with this stream just like last night. That's why we're on the phone now and it's in vertical mode, but we're here. Joe Ham Radio Guide bike trip planned for the end of this month, so you'll see it early next month, unless I get it out for a trip by myself. But I've got a trip coming up with some friends, so. Camping Ron, no I have not. This is from Victory Packaging out of Kansas City. And I feel like this is like some sort of cardboard cutout. I don't know what else it would be. Well, there's just a bunch of cardboard in here. Oh, I think this is just packaging materials. I don't think this has anything to do with the live stream. Yeah, this is just free packaging materials from the post office. Thank you, post office, I appreciate it. I was wondering what this could be. All right. That's got nothing to do with the live stream. Grab another one. Outdoors with Dan, I wouldn't give your address out to anybody. I love you guys, but there is a lot of weirdos out there. All right, we've got a book. This book is about the 1888 blizzard in Nebraska and Minnesota that overtook the plains in a matter of hours, lasting days. The death toll was great. Thought your travels might come across the local historical marks. From Terry Ray. So we've got the Children's Blizzard. This looks like a good one. Thank you, Terry. It's not food this time, guys. We'll have to check this out. And maybe we can find some spots from this. I recently found out about a local spot. Well, it's a few hours away, but it's something we'd have to go check out. There's not really much to see there, but it's got a really cool story about it, and it's about a tornado that happened locally. So we'll see about that. I keep coming up with different places to check out, so there's so many things to see. We do need to get back out of Nebraska though. But it's funny, like I planned some of these trips, like I went down and saw Big Brutus, and that video just hasn't performed that well. And I thought that was going to be a great video. And the two videos that I took from that trip, I thought the second one at the Little House on the Prairie wasn't going to do very well. And that one's got like twice as many views as Big Brutus. So you just never know what's going to happen. So sometimes it's hard to like plan out some of these farther trips because you spend a lot of money and fuel to go do this stuff, and then for whatever reason nobody wants to watch that video. It's kind of disheartening, but it is what it is. The Crozers, I have not personally seen a tornado, no. Wish I would. Brad Wilson, I'm glad you enjoyed that video. Glad you guys enjoyed that one. And I think a big part of it, and if you guys go back and look at it now, I changed the thumbnail. It is like spot on. If the thumbnail isn't me laying in the back of the truck, the video will not do as well. And I thought the thumbnail outside with Big Brutus in the background was really good, but people just don't click on it. It's really weird. Like the YouTube algorithm is really weird, and what people are willing to click on, I don't know. But I changed that to the back of the truck, and views have gone up a little bit since then. So it's really weird. Like I'd like to do different thumbnails and not have every one of them just be in the back of the truck cooking or laying in bed. But those are the thumbnails that people are more willing to click on. So it's just, yeah, YouTube is a fickle beast. Rear engine shop, yeah, you gotta do what works. And one of the bummer things is, like, people will then come in and say, like, it's always the same thing. Well, I'm doing this because this is what the audience wants to see. You get out there and you try to do something different, and then nobody watches the video, and it's really disheartening. But it just is what it is. Tom Hopkins, you are way late to the show. I have a giant new house. That's where the F-150 went. All right, let's get another one. I feel like this has got to be a book also. I wonder if this one's from Terry. Jared A, yeah, I've seen stuff like that, where just either having a smile or like a shocked face will completely change how many people will click on the video. So YouTube has this thing where you can upload 3 separate thumbnails, and they'll show people all 3 of them, and then it'll run like a test for a couple of weeks, and then it'll end up using the thumbnail that most people that more people clicked on. But sometimes that's also kind of a bummer, because then you know that some of these people are being shown a thumbnail that they're not going to end up clicking on because this other one would have done better for them. So it's like a struggle to even use that sometimes. But it is what it is, guys. You just gotta keep pushing along. Oop, and we got some sauce in here. Oh no, you may have tried this before. It's not super hot, but it's tasty. And this is from Sam. Let's see. The book is written by the guy who wrote The Martian. They're making a movie. Thought you'd enjoy it. From Sam. Is The Martian the one that they already made the movie out of with Matt Damon? Is that Matt Damon? But we've got Andy Weir, Project Hail Mary. Oh, this is going to be a different one. It says he's the author of The Martian, so that's a different one. And then Secret Aardvark Habanero Sauce. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. And I'll have a video coming up for you guys with a hot sauce taste test. Hopefully you guys click on that one. Because the thumbnail I've already picked out, it's not in the back of the truck. But we tasted a few different sauces. That should be out on the 8th, I believe. Nick's Weather, good to see you. Have some spending money. Cheers, Nick. Thank you for the donation. Cunningham's L. Anthony, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've got a cool video coming up. It's like Hot Ones, if you guys know what Hot Ones is, but we didn't eat the stuff on chicken wings. Some of you guys are probably going to be grossed out, but it was a really fun one for me to film. I thoroughly enjoyed making that video. We'll just leave some of this stuff up here. Try not to spill the drink on it. Gas Watch, I appreciate that, man. James McCapill, yes, we're using the phone because for some reason that's the only thing that'll work. Jason Travis, I've tried some of the Hot Ones Sprignals. I think 2 or 3 flavors I've tried of those. But Brian, he's doing well. Yeah, guys, hit the like button if you're out there. I can do it too, I guess. All right, what do we get into next? USPS ground. Package came out of Houston, Texas. Andrew, ribeye or tomahawk? I can't say that I've ever had a tomahawk steak. I should pick one of those up and make it for a video, huh? We've got a package of 50 matchbooks. Plain, non-advertising matchbooks. That'd be another thing we could do for merch is like matchbooks or Bic lighters with the logo on them, but I don't know about shipping that stuff. We'd have to look into that. Thank you to whoever sent these in. There's no note with these, but we've got plenty of matches. Not too shabby sticker, dangle dang shirt. We could try that stuff. We've got to figure it out. We'll figure out what we want to do with that stuff. I don't want to get too crazy on it, and then nobody buys it either. But we'll figure it out. Twisty Fish, I have no idea what the difference of them is. Kevin Wilf, welcome to the crazy crew. Texas Proud, I have not had Wagyu either. That would be good to try. I don't know. I imagine our local Hy-Vee would have them, but I'm sure that there's got to be a spot around here where I could buy some of that. A line of home decor. I don't know if anybody would buy that. Jalop's t-shirt. Yeah, we're gonna, for like the next round of stuff, we're gonna move into stuff for sure that is gonna have like designs on it and not just the name. So we'll work into that stuff. Ne 177, $109 for a Wagyu ribeye. I don't know if I would be willing to pay that. We'll see. Sell some shorts. State registry? What are you talking about? This one says for G-Lay from Larry out of Holiday, Florida. Give it a whirl. Joe Johnson, I don't know if I would do fitted hats because then you'd have to have so many different sizes. I don't think that's anything I would ever get into. And they're far less popular these days than they used to be. Hey Mike, me and the wife are big fans of your show. We've been watching you for years. Keep up the great work. Wouldn't this make a great shirt? I'll see you in a bit. What is this? Oh my God. Check this out. Crazy Quady sky raisin killer. If you guys don't know what sky raisins are, they're flies. That's amazing. That's the, I don't know if I've even used that in a video yet, but it's like a bug assault gun. That's awesome. Oh my God. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. Dude, that's hilarious. Oh man. That is great. There's nowhere I can put it that you guys would be able to see it the whole live stream. Maybe like right here on the front of my laptop, but I don't want to knock it over. It's got a glass front on it. Gotta be careful. Can you guys see that? The sky raisin killer. That's awesome. Barbara, I'm not a fan of pre-orders. We'll see on that stuff, but I'm just not a fan of doing that. That's so great. Just go hang that up in the living room. I'm sure my wife would love it. Some dangly dice would be good. A QR code on the merch. I mean, I could put one on the little postcard that goes into the orders, but I think putting like I wouldn't want to put a QR code on the shirts or anything like that. Bandanas. it should stay. I don't think it's gonna fall over. Keychains, we could definitely do some sort of keychain. A hula girl? What about Quady in a grass skirt? Pillowcases? Just a pillowcase with my face on it? Rear engine shop, we're working on something like that already. Alright. Let's get into these. So these are from the same person, Brad Wilson, out of Beat Rice, good old Beatrice. If I remember right, he asked if I had gotten some stickers in the mail. So I assume these are stickers, although I don't know if they're both going to be the same thing. Or there's a recipe on here. Crazy, my son Trevor got me onto watching your channel 3 years ago, and we're both avid followers, and I am an avid member of the team. We expect screw-ups and forgotten equipment as a given for each trip. Thank you for understanding. Please find and close some Fat Girl stickers, which we'd like to see on the back window of the van. I appreciate the stickers, but I don't put stickers on my vehicles. Trevor purchased a set for his mom's car in high school, which went over like a lead balloon. I would like to see you use your Dutch oven to make lasagna. The below recipe won many cook-offs. Keep the videos coming and keep healthy. Our good friend. Give the wife our regards. Brad from Beatrice. Brad, I appreciate it, guys. But if you've noticed, I don't put any stickers on the outside of my vehicles. I don't even have my own stickers on my vehicles. But maybe we could stick these on the cooler or something. Elizabeth, thank you for the donation. Clark's Adventure Outdoors will ever do a sponsorship like Jackery or Zero Breeze. We end up talking about sponsors, I feel like, on every live stream. There may be a time when I do that, but I have no desire to sit here and sell you guys somebody else's product. To be paid to tell you guys that something is good just because somebody is paying me is not where I want this channel to go. There are plenty of other channels out there that are happy to take people's money and tell you how good a product is just because they're getting paid. The things that I use, I have no problem going out and buying them myself. And in all the years that I've done this, I have had absolutely no need to have a plug-in refrigerator. Would it be a little bit more easy to use? Yes, but my fridge makes ice. And I can just put ice in the cooler and it works just fine. So yeah, I go back and forth on like taking sponsorships all the time, but I get so tired of watching other people trying to sell me junk that I don't want to be in a video trying to sell you crap from some random ass company that's just like, here's some money, tell everybody this thing is really good. It's just not the way to do it. Alright, I don't know if this is the same thing. Yeah, this is like the same letter. Different stickers though, these are white ones. Well, thank you guys. We'll stick these on something. I don't know if you guys can even see these. It's like the old mud flaps. And these are white ones. We might stick it on the cooler. If you're selling your own products, Ray Perry, I feel like that's entirely different. Like building your own business and selling your own stuff is entirely different than just taking money from companies on every video and selling some random thing. And some of these guys, like, I've said it before, like, they'll get a battery box. They'll sell you some random company's battery box, and then 2 months they'll tell you it's the best one, and 2 months later they're doing the exact same thing with some other company, and it's just like, all right, which one was actually the best one? You know, you've tried to sell me 6 different refrigerators this year, and they're all the best thing you ever used. You know. Like, I've been on YouTube forever. Brad Wilson, there's Brad. Thank you for the stickers, guys. I've had this channel since 2007, and YouTube was not like this back in the day. Now, you know, they used to have to invite you to be like in the partner program, then you could get a little ad on the side of your video or whatever. My channel was monetized back in like 2009. I used to have a bunch of car videos on here that I regretfully deleted a long time ago. But now it's like you can't click on half the videos without somebody just immediately going into a sales pitch. Like it was, and I've said it before, it was hard for me to even come into selling merch, but you guys kept asking for it and asking for it. So I get there's good money in it. Absolutely, there's good money in doing sponsorships, but if I can run one ad at the beginning of my videos and one ad at the end of it and still do fine, you know, why would I start doing that and then just feel bad about the fact that I'm having to sell you guys all this junk? You know, it's just not me, man. It's just not, I'm just not into it. Not into it. Car air fresheners, that's a good idea. I've thought about that. Yeah, rear engine shop. There was a time when I remember I said it in a live stream where it's like, I'd feel weird walking around with my own name on myself. Like I've never been that kind of person. And it does feel somewhat weird walking around with a hat with my name on it. But it is what it is. It's my brand, I guess. Cabin Life with Cam. For the next hot sauce adventure, keep up the great videos. Thank you, Cam. I appreciate it. Frank the Tank from Vancouver. All right. We've got one from Victoria out of Las Vegas, and it says Fragile on it. And it sounds like drinks in here. Hey Mike, I hope this box gets to you undamaged, unlike the last one I sent. I found some things you might enjoy and maybe even get a kick out of. I know we did. Thanks for all the videos. They're very entertaining. Love them all. Hope you and Lady Quady are doing well. From Victoria. What do we got up in here? Oh, we've got the grilled beer brat Miller Lite Pringles. I mentioned, I think in the last video, that I was going to try to find these. We got to get closer to the cameras. You guys can actually see what's going on. We'll give these a shot. Grilled beer brat Pringles. We've got some Vietnamese pho, which is like ramen-ish type of stuff. I think there's a couple of those in here. Yep. What else do we have? Oh no, ghost pepper soda. That looks rough. We'll definitely give it a try though. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to that. That's what I was hearing. There's a lot of stuff in here. Cocaine. It's an energy drink. Not sure if that's YouTube appropriate mixed berry. Bunch of sauces. Are these more drinks? Habanero pepper soda. Oh, this is a different flavor. So that one was ghost pepper. This one is habanero pepper. There's a few of them in here. Nevada Reaper. You guys can see that. Where do you even get these things at, man? Nevada Reaper. Jalapeno pepper. Here we go. We'll give that a shot. I didn't know that they made anything like this. Some drinks. Bethany Gonzalez. Use this to buy yourself some liquid death drinks of your choice. Cheers, Bethany. Thank you. We've got more Pringles. So we've got more of these like Miller Lite stuff. One of them is beer braised steak and the other one is beer canned chicken. These are limited edition. You guys can find these in the store right now. We'll give these a whirl coming up soon probably. I'm kind of excited to try these guys. Dang, don't want to break that. We've got some more of the cocaine energy drinks. There's a few of them in here. So the blue ones are mixed berry and these are peach mango. We'll give these a try. Quite a bit of stuff in here. What is this? Oh, it's a stocking cap with a light on it. I've seen these in the stores, I've never bought one. So it's got a light built into it. And you can change the batteries on the back of it. Thank you for that, that'll come in handy. And a couple more things. Cilantro, jalapeno lime, paste sauce. That looks good. And there's a little, what is this? It's like a little campfire s'mores guy. I don't know if this broke. With that, oh, that just screws into the bottom of this. Might have to glue this thing back together. This one didn't survive the trip quite well enough, but it's a little Christmas ornament, and then this will get glued right back in the bottom of there. It had a little screw that popped out, but it says Camp Life on there. We'll definitely hang that on the Christmas tree. Thank you. Bunch of packaging. Running it over. Up dang old grocery store. Yeah. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate it. We'll definitely give this stuff a try. I'm curious about these drinks. Warning, this soda is very hot. Your mouth may catch fire. Drink at your own risk. I had no idea that they made stuff like this. But we shall give it a try. It's a good drink to try for a video, I guess. And I've seen these around, these cocaine ones, but it says warning. This message is for the people who are too stupid to recognize the obvious. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. Duh. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug, and anyone who thinks otherwise is an idiot. That's amazing that they put that on the can. It's just an energy drink. Alrighty. Well, thank you, Victoria. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll have to glue this guy back together. That tiny little screw let go. I don't think I can get it screwed back in there. Maybe? Maybe not. No, it doesn't want to stick in there. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Shotgun. I don't want to shotgun that right now because it is an energy drink. And I gotta go to bed. We don't need me staying up half the night. We should definitely make some hot sauce. I think that'd be a good thing. And I think that would actually sell well. Give the jalapeno soda a chug. We gotta save that for a video, guys. It'll be much better as a video. It reminds you of the Butthole Destroyer hot sauce. Taco Tuesday. Steve Williams from Boston. Cheers, man. Marietta Billings, yeah, I'm sure it will be better cold. I wonder, it says like, doesn't say much on it. I don't know if this would have caffeine in it or not, but it does have 42 grams of sugar. We'll definitely give it a try. I'm excited to see what this tastes like. This one's low on the heat scale. Ray Perry? I don't think there's any haunted campgrounds around here. Boof it. We haven't talked about boofing anything in quite a while. Drizzly T, you want to see more ramen burritos? We could make some burritos with this pho. And some of the stuff that was sent in, beef flavored pho. We could definitely give that a try. I'd like to make what was it? I made the ramen quesadillas that were fried up. Those were so good. I think if next time I make ramen burritos, I need to make the burrito and then fry it in the pan like you normally would. But I think a really good idea would be, like people put cheese onto a griddle and let the cheese start to melt and get crispy like on the bottom. And then you roll the burrito in that. So it's wrapped up in like this crispy melted cheese. So that's been on my mind. We'll have to try that for a future video. Glenn Tucker, would my truck setup be different if it wasn't for filming? I mean, if you're asking about like, would I have it on there? I put the topper on in 2015 for the sole intention of camping. My wife and I did that for our 5th wedding anniversary. And we took a 2-week trip up into like Glacier National Park and stuff like that. So I bought this, before I was doing YouTube stuff, for the sole intention of camping in it. If I wasn't on the tube, I might not have the nonsense on the roof, because I don't even use that stuff 90% of the time anyways. But other than that, no, it would all be the same. The truck had a lift on it. I did that a long time ago. And the only reason I put the bigger wheels and tires on it is because I had to put the fender flares on to cover up the rust. And then I didn't want the wheels to be all stuck and sucked in, so I put wheels and tires on there that fit and filled out, you know, to be as wide as the flare was. So that would have all happened also. So no, like it would all be the same. It'd be the same as it is now. Put a water bed back there, I don't need to do that. Miles Marshall, have I thought about smoking meats while camping? Yeah, we'll give that a try. Somebody sent in like a little mini tabletop smoker that we need to give a shot. I think it's just charcoal and whatever. So we'll have to give that a whirl sometime. I've got some stuff that you guys have sent in that I haven't gotten to yet. But I think it'd be really cool to get like travel smoker, like an electric tabletop smoker. Like pellet smokers are fine. I think that stuff tastes just fine. I know some people don't like it, but I think it'd be cool to get one of those at some point in the future. If you watched there was one ice fishing video from this year. I went out with another local YouTube guy, Pig Patrol TV. I went out with him, Josh, and Jordan, the Good Life Outdoorsman. And he brought a portable smoker like that, and we smoked salmon on the ice. And it was incredibly good. So it's something that I definitely need to do. All right. Pop another one up. RM, I like the Nitos, they're just fine. I need to get a new set. I haven't rotated them in a while, and one of the fronts is getting pretty out of whack. And I think that's also because the new engine that I put in there is an aluminum block, and the one I took out was an iron block. So it's also 100 pounds lighter in the front, so I probably should have got another alignment, because I'm sure that slightly changed my angles, because the front came up a little bit. So I like the Nitos. They've worked fine for me. I'm going to get another set of the same thing, because I didn't rotate my spare in, so I've got, you know, a perfectly good spare on the back. So we shall, we'll get another set. Like, I probably need to get them within the next month or two. This looks like it's tuna. I bet this is from Terry. Yep, enjoy your gift from Terry Ray. Jalapeno stuffed tube steak. Joseph Hayes, that would be a good one. I've had that place on my list for a while. We'll get out there eventually. There's also in Council Bluffs, there's the Squirrel Cage Jail, which is like there's a jail and it's like a round thing and it spins around or whatever. And you can stay in there overnight and they do paranormal investigations. So that's been something that's been on my list also. But you know, like that one, I feel like I need somebody with me just for filming would be a lot better. Not only for somebody to be holding the camera, but they don't let you just be in there by yourself. So there's some worker that's in there with you. So that would be really awkward, just being the worker in there by myself. But that's on the list also. So we've got some bagged chipotle chicken. Thank you, Terry Ray. I've been eating quite a bit of this stuff. I enjoy it, and so does my wife. Thank you for this. That one guy, there's no like real publicly accessible caves. In Lincoln, there is Robbers Cave, but it's all privately owned. Like there's a building on top of the entrance. I'm sure I could get in there for a tour. And it's like a spot where like back in the day, like old like Western, I don't know, not cowboys, what do you even call them? Like outlaws, like they would hide in this cave. And I think there's like there's carvings all over it For a short period of time, there was a brewery down there, but that didn't last very long. But that's been on my list of places to go check out also. But that's another one where I'm gonna have to like ask permission to get in this place, probably have to pay for it. And I don't know if they're gonna let me like stay the night in there, but it's a place that we could tour. But other than that, like there really isn't any caves in Nebraska that are just, you could just go into. There's a chalk mine that's local, not, it's like 3-ish hours away that I could go check out. Once again, that's not just some random thing you can go inside of. There is one thing that I could get into, but I don't know if I could stay the night there. It's still on public land, but I don't know how busy that place gets. It's something that I'd have to go like scope out. And I feel like that's another one where it'd be really good to have a camera guy or something with me. So we'll see. That, you know, I've got a million different places on Google Maps marked down to check out. It's just got to get to these things, you know. Arthur Carr, we've done one video camping on an island. I kayaked out to an island around here that actually had a campsite on it. So you can look that up. It's like, I think it's called kayak camping on an island or tiny tent camping on an island. It was infested with spiders. Kevin Gonzalez, a lighthouse. There's really, I mean, there is a lighthouse around here, but I don't think those guys are gonna let me in there, spend the night. And it's obviously, it's just on the side of a local river. It's not, it never was a functioning like a real lighthouse. So there might be something that I could get into like that, but I'd have to travel to the coast to do that type of stuff. Maybe the Great Lakes. Micah, a fire lookout. There was only one here in Nebraska, in the Nebraska National Forest, and that thing burned down a couple of years ago. So we shall see. Crazy Quady tent wouldn't be bad. AJ Myers, I'm glad you agree. All right, what else are we gonna get into here? Ooh. So this is from Andy out of Woodland, Michigan, I believe. His YouTube channel is called Pooping Android. You guys want to check out Pooping Android? The missus is in the chat. Quady, here's a few things for your future trips. I cannot wait to see you try them. And just a note on Spam. It's way better if you fry it. It not only becomes a little crispy, but the texture is much better after frying. I like to slice it up, fry it, and make sandwiches with mustard. I also included some fishing bells. I wanted some for myself, but I'll never use the whole pack of 50. Hope you enjoy the gifts. Andy, Pooping Android on YouTube. So I don't know if Pooping Android is in the chat. But we've got some Spam singles in here. I do love me some Spam. I haven't cooked any on the channel in a while. And then what do we got up in here? This one says, do not crush. Oh, it's a bag of chips. Doritos Golden Sriracha. Have you tried these? I don't know if I've tried these yet. Doritos Golden Sriracha chips. Pooping Android in the chat. What's up, man? Thank you for the package. Got some Yellowbird habanero sauce. I've seen this in the stores. Haven't tried it yet. For these. Ooh, a tiny little thing of Mike's Hot Honey. I do enjoy some hot honey. We've used some of this, I think, on some pizza in a video. Is this grape and pod? No. Engelhofer thick and creamy horseradish with grated horseradish roots. I cannot say that I've ever tried horseradish, so we will definitely give this a whirl. I feel like maybe I've had it on some sort of sandwich before, but I've never bought this for myself, so we'll give this a whirl for sure. I can remember my dad eating this stuff growing up. Too hot for you, Glenn? Endorphin rush beyond hot sauce. Warning, it's hot. We got some more hot sauce. And then we've got some bells in here that you can clip onto your fishing pole. Dude, I thank you for these. They just clip onto the tip of your fishing rod here. We've got a dang old pole right here. And then when the fish comes up and bites, it dangles. We got to get back out and do a little bit more fishing. It's been a little bit. But thank you for these. I lose these all the time, so it's good to have a few extra. Well, pooping Android, I appreciate it. Thank you. Mark a Lark, cheers, man. I'm doing good. Thanks for the donation. Hot honey on French fries? I never thought of that. That would be good. Bells for the beef tongue? I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Alright. Set those back down in there. Good idea putting the chips in a separate box so they didn't get smushed. Thank you. I'm excited to try this horseradish. I don't know what I'm going to put it on, but we'll definitely give this a whirl. Pooping Android, what a great name. Hot honey marinated chicken, that's good. Roast beef with horseradish, that sounds tasty. A tuna melt, like horseradish on a tuna melt? Beef tongue with horseradish. I can't say I've ever had beef tongue before. Bulldog, I've never done like a big paid charter like on the ocean or anything. I've done a couple like, I've been on a local like guided trip at one of our lakes with me and some friends took a local guide. That's been a while, and that was just, I think, for walleye. There is a video of me up in the Great Lakes where it's not a charter, it's just one of my buddy's friends took us out, and we caught some lake trout. That was a fun trip. And if I remember right, we cooked some of that up in the video. But that's been probably like 3 years at this point. Trenton Pegram, we get it, man. You don't need to keep saying the same thing over again. I think I've opened one package from him out of all these so far. Use your brain to function a little better, buddy. Need to make street tacos out of the van? Nick B, I've never had those. It's okay, Trenton. All right. Oh, this is another one from Victoria out of Las Vegas. She sent in all the spicy drinks and whatnot. When did this one come? 5/22? These came a couple weeks apart. Well, we've got another one from Victoria. Samuel, thank you. I appreciate it. I actually opened these in the right order because this one says hello again. I thought you might enjoy this gift since you seem to always be in a fire band. You can still enjoy a campfire. I also found this new flavor of Doritos you might like to go along with the other chips. Keep up the good work, Victoria. So, Doritos Twisted Lime. I don't think I've seen these in the store yet. Those look good. Appreciate it. And then, this is like it's a campfire nightlight. Campfire shaped nightlight. We could put this in the vehicle and not burn ourselves down. That's cool. Let's see if I don't know if there's batteries in here. If there's batteries, we'll see if we can light it up. Oh, it's USB. It looks like it's got a speaker on it too. Is that actually made out of wood? It does look like it is actually made out of wood. See if we can light this guy up. Trenton, I've never had caviar. I'd give it a whirl though. Yeah, it's actually made out of wood. There we go. It does, it's got a speaker on the bottom of it. I don't know if you guys would be able to hear that. There we go, we've got a campfire, guys. Check that out. Oh, warm it up, there we go. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Victoria, I appreciate it. That's cool that it actually sounds like a campfire. It's like a little nightlight. Make s'mores. When we're in a burn van, like there was one of them where I brought the propane fire pit, but it was the city. It was a city campground, and the city wouldn't let me use it. But the city would let me use the propane stove. Like it made absolutely no sense because the state parks, they'll let you use a propane fire pit because you can shut it off. It doesn't put out any embers or anything like that. So, but then there's sometimes like I'll go out and I don't even realize we're in a fire ban until I get there. And I don't have anything with me, but I do have a propane fire pit for times like that. Dang old dang hot sauce, that's not a bad idea. I'll get Lady Quady right on that. Alright. Get into another one over yonder. Frank, I have not figured it out yet. Like, I don't know. We'll get something done. The thing is, like, it's way lighter in the van than it looks like on video. And then I think that some of you guys have your brightness on your screens turned down, especially if you're watching it on TV, so it probably looks darker than what it is. You know, I edit the videos and I have my computer on full brightness, and then there's also times where I'll make it brighter, like in the editing process, but some people will still think it's too dark. But we need to get something up in there. It's just, I have something specific that I'd like to do, and I can't do it without doing it completely custom. And I just haven't gotten it done yet. Thought this would be cool to send you. I know you like different hot sauces to try. Hope this one gets you sweating. Watching from Clarkston, Michigan, from Logan Show. We've got some Arizona Gunslinger jalapeno pepper sauce. This sounds familiar. Maybe I've tried this before. It does sound pretty familiar to me. Well, we got some jalapeno pepper sauce. Thank you for this. Like I said, we've got a little hot sauce taste test video coming up that should be out on the 8th. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate it. Trenton? Yeah, I don't think Liquid Death is gonna make a limited edition for me. It would be cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Cheers, Logan. Thanks for the donation and the sauces. I appreciate it. Drew, no video tonight, just the live. We'll have a video up for you on Thursday. Chicken bogey? Hey, got another one from Terry Ray. Enjoy your gift from Terry. And we've got some creamy queso sauce. He has sent in some of this stuff before. It is very tasty. I'm trying to remember what I used it on. Maybe it was the ramen quesadilla. It's good stuff though. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. Terry coming in clutch. That one guy, there's a video on here of me eating squirrel. So I think it's called like 3 Nights in the Wisconsin Northwoods or something like that. It's probably 3 or 4 years old. I looked the other day and I want to say there's like 640, 650 videos on the channel. So if you ever get bored, just go back and watch some of the older stuff. Yeah, I haven't done a Willet burrito in quite a while. Antonio Bingham, cheers, man. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Cheers. Thanks, Oteka. CGTI grad. The Ghost Pepper Ramen video gets you. Hunter, it would be nice to still have the F-150. It definitely got better gas mileage, but this thing's paid for and it's been paid for. So we will, we'll probably try to get something different within the next couple of years, but I'd like to get some of this house stuff done before I go spend money on a different vehicle. And my wife needs something better for winter because her car is not suited to drive down gravel roads in the middle of winter. So she's on the list for the next vehicle. Adventures with Hans, honey glazed shark. Can't say I've ever eaten shark, but I'd give it a shot. ghost in my van. I can't just make a ghost appear. So this is from Heather Pellegrini out of Montana Mines, West Virginia. I mean, I could put fake ghost noises in the back of the video and tell you I'm super scared. Or like, I could put gunshot noises in the back of the video and be like, oh my God, I've never been so scared in my life. Get a really clickbaity title. I love your videos. My boyfriend and I love hot sauce. I thought you might like these. Plus there's a gift for Lady Quady as well. Keep up the awesome videos. H. Pellegrini. This one's for Lady Quady. I don't know if she's got the live going. If you do, Lady Quady, come out here and open your package. Ooh, that looks tasty. And we've got some Melinda's black truffle, ghost pepper wing sauce. And this looks like a heat mist one, yeah. The last dab. Have I tried this? I've gotten some of these hot one sauces. I'm not sure if I've tried this one or not. The last dab. I think I may have tried this in a video. This one looks good too. Marie Sharp's habanero. We've got some of the last dab, which I can't remember if I've tried this one or not. And then we've got a couple different Melinda sauces. I've had a few of these. These are good also. We've got Lady Quady behind the camera over here.
I was folding laundry. That's not very fun.
Guess I can stand in front of the camera. That might be the, no, that's not the first thing that's been sent to you. Is it a candle?
I don't know. I want to drop
Or is it a
it.
flower pot? Oh, it's a
It's a
mug.
mug. Maybe it has your face on it.
You would hate that.
Oh, it has Lady Quady on it.
Oh, there you go.
Very cute. Very cute. Thank you, thank you. Who's it from?
Look. H. Pellegrini. Heather Pellegrini.
Thank you, Heather.
She liked it. Thank you, Heather. Thanks for the sauces. We will give this one a try. Yeah, one of you guys might remember if I've tried this better than my memory is at this point. I've had some of the hot one stuff, but I don't know if I've had the last dab or not. Thank you for these. Oh, ghost in the van, ghost pepper sauce in the van. There we go. That makes more sense. DV Tech, man, I've thought about that a lot. That would be really cool to do. I've only got so much money though. Thank you for the sauces, Heather. I appreciate it. Gaswatch, there's a, God, I want to say there's a local guy around here that's all he sells. And you can find hearses for really reasonable prices typically with low mileage because they're a hard sell for used vehicles. But I think it would be really cool. Trenton, you need another hieroglyphs video? Petroglyphs. There was one spot that I found that's local, but I think it's all that I can go check out. I haven't been there yet, but I think most of it's like new carvings. People have carved stuff in. But gas watch, I can't look at my phone now because I'm using that for this, but I want to say the guy was out of Lincoln, Nebraska. So if you get on like Facebook Marketplace and search for hearses around Lincoln, you might be able to find it. But the last time I looked, I'm pretty sure it was here. He had like 10 different hearses for sale, and they were all really good condition and reasonably priced. But I'd love to get one of those and slam it, like air ride so it's laying on the ground. I think that would be really cool. Could probably get away with just parking in the cemetery. People are dying to get hearses. Max, I've never been to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. No, I don't know if I don't think I've ever been to Pennsylvania, period. Gas box, that sounds sweet, man. I'd love to have one. All right. This is from Nolan's Poorhouse Coffee Company out of Pennsylvania that we were just talking about it, Media, Pennsylvania. I don't know if somebody sent this in or if they were watching and they sent it in. A little bit of free advertising. Just a sample, thank you for keeping me entertained. Keep up the good work, Craig. So this must be from Nolan's Poorhouse themselves. Maybe Craig works there? We've got a few koozies. Check that out. Oh, and some stickers in the koozie. Yeah, so if you guys ordered stickers and a koozie, the stickers will be in the koozie when you get them. Probably. So we've got a few different koozies in here, some stickers, and we've got a few different coffees here if you guys want to check it out. Oh yeah, Craig is the lead coffee and t-shirt tester. Thank you, Craig. We've got some Claymore blend. It's explosive in flavor. Medium dark roast espresso. Veteran, first responder, nursing, and family owned. Ground bean coffee. There's 2 bags of that. And then we've got this one also. Nolan's Poorhouse Coffee Company. Medium dark roast blend. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. I always love me some koozies and some stickers. Thank you for this. I appreciate it. Coffee is also something that I've thought about making. But I feel like I'd just start a different company at that point. Well, thank you for these. If you guys want to check out Nolan's Poorhouse Coffee Company, nolansporhouse.com. P-O-U-R house. Like pour. Might have to stick one of these stickers on something. I don't know if I've got room on the cooler right now, but thank you. Meldeska, you rock, Meldeska. MaxCrazyQuady.com. There should be a link in the description. Dangle Dang, the official hot sauce of Crazy Quady channel. We definitely need to do that. That's a whole new realm of getting into like sourcing food products, I think. So like, I don't even know what I would do. I don't even know how to start that. But that I obviously I think that would be a good idea to sell hot sauce. Bethany, it would be completely normal coffee probably, but coffee is something that I have every day. So like to me that makes the most sense of something that would sell, you know. I always use koozies. I always wear a hat, you know. So like it makes sense to sell that type of stuff. And if you're in the business of selling things, it makes sense to sell uh, items that you use over and over again, like coffee or like hot sauces or whatever, because you know you could keep this hat for a year and you don't need to get a new one. But if you use the coffee, you got to get more coffee in a couple of months. So from a business standpoint, it's a great idea. JJ's Adventure Logs, that's great. Mike's Bean Water. What's up, Josh? CG Bike from Canada. Canada. Meldeska, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit the like button when you got it playing. Max, what's my favorite meal that I make the most of while I make videos? I love making ramen burritos. There's a few different videos of me making different types of ramen burritos or tacos or things like that with ramen. But I try to always make different stuff in the videos. You know, I do enjoy hot dogs also. I've said it before that if it wasn't for the YouTube videos, dude, I would probably just eat hot dogs all the time when I camp because they're so simple to do. But I don't know. I like ramen stuff. CGTI grad, we've shipped a bunch of the merch already, but if you put in an order today or like last night, that stuff will go out tomorrow. But we've already shipped 90% of the orders that we've got. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Steaks are great while camping. Cold brewed, dude. Ryan Adams, what's my favorite thing to cook? I make a lot of like omelets and stuff at home. I make eggs and hash browns and stuff like that a lot here. All right, let's get into another one. JJ's Adventure Logs. We have paint. We have not started painting yet, but we purchased a new couch because all we had room for in our old house was just like a normal couch. We did have a recliner couch, but this house we have more room in our living room, so we bought like one of those L-shaped couches, and that is supposed to be delivered in like 2 weeks. So we need to start painting because it'd be nice to have some of the painting done before that shows up. We got another one from Terry. Enjoy your gift for your cast iron pans from Terry Ray. Oh, it's a little stainless steel brush head. So you can use on cast iron, you use chainmail to clean them. I've got a piece of this, but it's a much larger one. And then these things, so they're like little scrapers. The plastic scraper, if you've got stubborn junk in your pan, and it's like curved like the pan is, you can use this to scrape the junk out of your cast iron. These work well. And then, yeah, a little chainmail thing here. And you use this to scrub your cast iron. If you guys watch a lot of cast iron stuff, this is really, really normal to use this. And it works well. And then this looks like another little scrubber. Oh no, this is to like set it on. See if I can open this guy up. Shablam, shablam. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. Terry coming in clutch. Haven't used the... Terry said I did a griddle. I haven't used it yet. Terry in the chat. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. I haven't used that griddle yet. And then here's another scraper. A little bit different. Just stainless steel brush head pot washing brush. If you need to look that up. Don't buy too much stuff from Amazon. CGTI grad, I'm pretty sure I've had those before. I used to make a lot more sausages and stuff like that on the channel. What's up, Lisa? Cat squatch. We'll do crazy Quady shingles, yeah. Rex 5150, it's not chili and cinnamon roll season. That's like winter stuff around here. I mean, you could eat it any time, but that's definitely more of a winter thing. Harvey from Chicago, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in, Bulldog. Oregon, yeah. Oregon predator prevention. I haven't been out there in a while. I've got family in Oregon. I've driven out there a couple of times, but that was all before I started doing all the camping stuff on YouTube. But it's been a little while. Like I've driven the whole Pacific Coast Highway from Seattle all the way down to LA. And then what's the spot in Oregon that we like to go to? I've been to a couple times. The Hasita Head Lighthouse. That's a really cool spot. I believe this is from Terry. Yep, from Terry Ray. We've got ourselves some more Chipotle chicken. It's the same as the other box, guys. I'll show it to you anyways. Oh, there's more in here. Oh, we got some salsa verde sauce. Trenton, you're on one, buddy. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. With the salsa verde sauce. Anthony No PayPal. So we had issues with that already. We had PayPal as an option on there, but all the people that were trying to use it, for some reason it would not work. And this is a Shopify website, so like, we don't really, like, it's not our doing. You know, we're not having problems personally with it, but for whatever reason, the PayPal option just won't work for anyone. So we're looking into it, and hopefully we can get back and put that back on there. But for now, if you really want something, I would say just try a different payment option. Not sure why it's not working. Thank you, Terry. Put that over here, I suppose. Cheers, Drock. Glad you enjoy it. Yeah, Trent, you might get put in a timeout. Trenton's in a timeout. Appreciate your support, buddy. All right, let's get into another one. Yeah, guys, you never know. Food from the heart of Mexico. What is this? Oh, it's refried beans. Is this from Terry? Enjoy your gift. Here's some goodies from Terry Ray. Thank you, Terry. Are these, if this is what I think it is, bags of refried beans. I'm actually kind of stoked on this. I do enjoy some refried beans. Yep. We've got multiple bags. 6 bags of refried beans in a bag. With jalapeno. That looks tasty. And these are, like, you could just eat these straight out of the bag if you wanted to, but you can microwave them or put them on the stove or whatever. Thank you for the beans, Terry. My wife is going to be super happy that you sent beans. Like, I love refried beans, dude. I could just sit there and eat this whole bag right now. Thank you for the beans. Tim's vlog channel. Have I ever been to Fort Atkinson State Park up in Fort Calhoun? Yes, I have. There is a video, and it's not even that old. Let me see if I can look that up and give you the name of it. That was a fun one to film. Something in like an old fort. I think that was either like, it might have been one of the last videos in the van last year. Yeah, solo van camping in a fire van, triple Cajun sandwich in Fort Atkinson. That's from October 10th of last year. See if I can just drop the link in the thing if you want to watch that. That was a fun one. I enjoyed filming it. There's a link if you want to check it out. Frank Worsley, the truck has Nito Ridge grapplers, which I'm going to get another set of. And then the van has Cooper Cobra radial GTs that came on it. And they've all been fine. Max Overland, yes, I love me some Hatch chilies. Pretty much any kind of chilies. I feel like this is another thing of tuna or chicken from Terry. Wendy Sue, no, that was from down in Kansas, where there was like bombing and whatnot. Fort Atkinson is a local spot, and like I wandered through it. It's like you can tour yourself through it. Enjoy your gift. It's what's for supper from Terry Ray. And we've got some buffalo chicken. Rex 5150. I hope to do that this winter. We'll see if funds allow that. But that's on the list of things to do. We got some buffalo style chicken from Terry Ray. Thank you, I appreciate it. Terry always keeping me fed. Alex Schmolinger, yes, you're right. I love having tuna and ramen together. Or you can put tuna or chicken in macaroni and cheese, also it's really good. Max, if you're trying to figure out how to say it in Polish, Zahorchak? Trisley T, a firework video for the 4th? We did one. I think there was one video where we lit some fireworks off. That was over at the homie Greg's place. I think that was, although that may have been on New Year's that we did that. I'm a whole lot more worried about starting stuff on fire out here. I want to say there was one live stream maybe that we did where I took where I lit something out in front of the old house. Like at the end of the live stream, I think I lit off some fireworks. Ah, so I said it right. Good. Most people don't say Quady. Most people will say Quady. So yeah, it's crazy Quady, and I feel like a lot of people would get that because it kind of goes together or whatever, you know. But most people pronounce it Quady, and I think like the family thought that I want to say we're German Irish. The family is German Irish, and they thought that when people came over or whatever, it may have been spelled differently. It may have had an E on it, like, or whatever, like Dennis Quaid or whatever. But, you know, people didn't have IDs back then, and they just wrote it down, and it sounded like however it sounded. So it may have been spelled differently back in the day. But, yeah, most people say Quady. So it's always surprising when somebody actually says it correctly. All right, we're getting to the end of these. These are all, I think these are all Amazon packages. We got through all the personal ones so far. OJ for hire, oh yeah, I did that too. There's been a few videos where we've done fireworks. Cold Brewing Dude, how long ago did you upload your first YouTube video? Gosh. I want to say the first video I ever put out was like my old Dodge Dakota. And that would have been 2008, maybe? But there was a bunch of videos, like I had a bunch of videos of that. I had a Civic Si. I had a 2010 Evo, Mitsubishi Lancer Evo Evolution 10 or whatever. I had a bunch of different car videos that I deleted at one point. Terrible choice. So those aren't here anymore, but there's a couple, like, you can go back and look at the oldest ones. I think there's a video of us riding motorcycles, and then there's an old video of like the old cam that I had in this truck. So yeah, there's some older ones on here, but I've had this YouTube channel since 2007. Enjoy your gift. I know you like anything jalapeno flavor. I'm sure you've had these before though, from Logan Show. But Logan was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still out there, but Logan sent in some beef jerky. Thank you, Logan. Some jalapeno jerkies. It says it's hot, but I don't think it is. I'll be the judge of that. I'll actually go ahead and pop this open. CGTI grad, yeah, I love little import cars. Like, you know, the wife's got the Scion TC. I picked that out. That was actually my daily for a long time. When I worked farther away, I drove like 60 miles a day, so it made more sense for me to drive that. And then the wife drove the truck to work. But once I lifted the truck, she didn't want to drive it anymore. Ooh, that does actually smell spicy. Yeah, chill out, friend. JJ's Adventure, that sounds like a good time. See, that's the thing, I'd love to film more of that stuff. I know nobody's gonna watch it on this channel. Like, I'd have to start a second channel. Another flow, that has nothing to do with anything that's going on here right now, so whatever happened, happened, but that's got nothing to do with this live stream. Frank, my favorite comedy? I don't know, I mean, I like Billy Madison, that's always been a good flick. I have a really hard time when people ask me, like, what's your favorite this or favorite that? Like, I'm not one to say that I have any specific favorite thing. That's good jerky. Nudie Magazine Day. That is, my dad took me to that movie. I don't remember when that came out, like 94, 95, something like that. I'd have to look it up, but that's the only movie he's ever like, he took us out of the theater, he's like, oh my God, I can't, you know, no more of this. And it was when he had the tent set up like in the yard on the property, and he opened the porta potty door and there was all the nudes on there. My dad was like, that's it, we're leaving. Yeah, 95, I would have been 11 years old. It's wild to think that movie came out and that's the same year as this van. This jerky's good. Eva Hewlett, I'm glad you enjoy it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Trenton, I don't know if we'll dig the pond this year, but that's definitely on the list to do. And I don't think we'll put koi in it. I'd rather have crappies and stuff to eat. Alex, no, it does not. It's just water. You can get water or tea. Tom Hopkins, yeah, you could definitely put an air conditioner on the top of your topper if you wanted to. People do it. You just have to, you'd have to figure out how much weight the actual like material of the topper can support, especially in that like one small area right in the middle of it. That would be the the deciding factor is if it could support that weight. You know, I've got that stuff up there, but it's on track, so it's supported across the whole, the weight of it is supported across the whole top of the truck. Sausage party is hilarious. Somebody asked what this is. This was sent in. This is from an old live stream. And sky raisins are flies. And I've got one of those bug assault guns in my hand that somebody sent in at that time. That's from my old basement where we used to do the lives at. We need to get another setup like that going on. But yeah, sky raisins. And spicy sky raisins are like bees or hornets or wasps or whatever. Thank you, Logan. That's some great jerky. I about killed the bag already. Matthew Crow, you're late to the show too. I haven't had anything to drink for a year now. I guess it would be coming up on the end of June probably, but it's been a minute. Although I did have one right after I got out of the hospital, but I found out very quickly that it doesn't mix well with my medications. We've got some coffee. Enjoy some coffee on me. Hope you visit Southern Illinois soon. From Redneck Gypsy Adventures. And Redneck Gypsy Adventures was in the chat earlier. We've got some Blackout Coffee Company fresh roasted Morning Reaper medium roast. You guys can see that. Looks tasty. Thank you, Redneck Gypsy Adventures, if you're still in here. We've gotten a few copies this round. Oh, give me the barks. Mark Lane, it's just because it's what YouTube's making me do with the phone. We had issues with the live stream working. I tried 3 times last night and it didn't work. And then I tried one right before this one went up. And it was all normal, like I usually run it through my laptop or whatever, and I've got a normal camera. But for whatever reason, it just wasn't working, so I threw it up on my phone. So that's where we're at with this one. Harry Jim, you need Ted back in the picture. Yeah, we've got to get something set up. Like I said, I really want to do it out here and get a loft. Right now, the basement's like where, you know, we did it in the basement of the old house. Now the basement here is not set up for that, and it's all just brick walls or whatever. So I'm not gonna like hang stuff on that. And now we've got all the merch stuff down there in our table where we're putting all the orders together. So there's not a lot of room in the basement here to do it, but we'll get something set up eventually. like I said, I'm hoping to have a loft up before the end of this year. And then we can kind of get our whole live stream set up going up there. All right. Keep going through these, guys. Jay Ulrich, in your opinion, do you have a lake in Nebraska that is popular that I don't like because of the lake view or crappy roads, etc.? No, I mean, there's some, really popular ones around here, like Branched Oak outside of Lincoln. I avoid that place like the plague just because it's always packed. The closer you get to the big cities, usually the more busy these places are, the more trashy people are there, and it's just not my space. It's not what I enjoy doing. So I usually avoid that. I don't think I've ever camped at that lake on a video, and it's one of the biggest lakes around here. But it's just always full. Definitely don't want to go there. Kills me not seeing you use one of these. Beer koozies are so 1980s. But for real, this will keep your drinks ice cold for hours and you'll love it. Your personality sells the channel for sure. From Mike, which is GameBit 450. I think I've got a few of these, although this looks like a tall boy cooler. LMR Min's creepiest place I've ever camped in. Probably the abandoned house that I spent the night in. That would have been I think 2 years ago at this point. But there's a video of me camped out at an abandoned house. If you want to find that on the channel, that one was creepy. And then other than that, nothing's really been that bad. I don't get creeped out super easy. So yeah, you can go find the overnight in an abandoned house video. All right, so we've got a metal koozie, and I don't know if this will even fit in here, but dang old dang, I have to use my branded koozies. It's gonna be too tall. Yeah, it's not gonna fit. I don't know what you would put in here, because that's too big for a regular can. 16 ounce. Oh, these are 19. So a 16 ounce can. So this might be for a tall beer can. I've got one of these for 12 ounce cans. Self-defense koozie. That's great. Josh, yeah, I think it was that cat pouncing around, or it could have been a raccoon or something. But it could have also just been the wood banging around from the roof. I've got another spot like that I want to check out around here. But we'll see if I can do that. You don't want to get caught in a house that you're not supposed to be in around here. And with trail cameras and cell cameras, a lot of these properties will have stuff like that out. That was a really creepy place to stay, but I did have permission to be there. So it wasn't a stealth camping bid. Well, I appreciate this GameBit 450, but it does not fit these. Thanks, T. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I'm glad you enjoy the history lessons. I like seeing that stuff. Well, thank you for this, GameBit. You like fake scary, not real scary? People love drama. There was another one that was something like off-grid camping in Arizona, maybe it was Arizona or Utah, and it was, I think I said I had an unexpected visitor. I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a mouse right next to my head. And it took me forever to get that guy to actually get out. And then I had to stuff paper towels in like the corner sections of the window where there's a little gap, because he was just running back and forth on my tailgate trying to get back in. He was eating I had eaten a granola bar, and the wrapper was on the little food tote next to my head in the back of the truck. And I like woke up and I could hear something rustling around. And I look and there's this friggin' mouse just right next to me. So that one was a little sketchy because, you know, you wake up and you don't know what that is, but as soon as you figure it out, you know, no big deal. But other than that, like no, there hasn't been any times where I'm like so sketched out that I need to leave. Juan Bowers, cheers, thanks for gifting those memberships. Jasmine Santiago, speaking of critters, have I ever been creeped out with any in my van? I've never had any critters in the van, but there was the recent video of I think it was titled like Jerusalem Cornerstone or something like that, where, dude, I was sitting there with the van doors open, and this one, you know, that had a raccoon like come up right underneath the door, and he looked at me, and as soon as he saw me, he turned around and ran away. But that one's, you know, it surprised me. I jumped a little bit. I didn't have the camera rolling as he walked up to it, but that one, you know, startled me. But I've never had any animals in the van. I was able to get a shot of him after he was running away. So if you want to watch that one, but oh, Willa Burrito, I'm not cooking up a mouse. I'm good. Yeah, welcome to all the new channel members. Crazy crew. Trash pandas, yeah. I'd love to have one as a pet. My wife would never go for that though, but they are legal to have as pets in Nebraska. I think it's one of 5 states where you can legally have a raccoon, and you can have them here. Catch and cook a raccoon. Pretty sure Flair ate a raccoon in one of those videos. Enjoy your new hat. Hope you can make it to Southern Illinois. Redneck Gypsy Adventures from Dana Tanner. Hat? Oh, it's got Bigfoot on it. I gotta wear my hats though. I gotta sell the merch. Yeah, if you guys haven't bought the merch, head over to the website and buy the merch. I send my hats in boxes so they don't get mushed. I suppose I could do bags, it'd be cheaper. We've got there's a Sasquatch on there if you guys can see it. I appreciate the hat. Thank you, Dana. I gotta keep my merch on though right now, so all the people buy it, so I can make my money back. Michelle Skelly, yeah, I thought he has. I'd try it. Like, I'd have no problem giving it a whirl, but I wouldn't. I don't think I'd necessarily go out and hunt one on purpose, me personally. But if somebody cooked me one up, I'd give it a whirl. Like, I got no problem eating them. Amanda, that's so, if we're in fire bands, I can still have a fire. This was sent in. It's just a little, fire camp light. Lynn, I have tried the teas. They've all been good. I just prefer the waters because there's no caffeine or anything in them. I had a blueberry one recently. And that one was tasty. Frank, the biggest dang old thing we could shove in there. I don't know. It'll be an LS. Whether it's a 5.3 or 6.0 or 6.2 or, I mean, even a 4.8 would be twice the power that this thing has. Let me look it up, but somebody asked in a video not too long ago what the horsepower of it was. So that van makes 155 horsepower and 235 foot-pounds of torque. The truck, the 6.2 in the truck makes 495 horsepower. So even, you know, even just a new 4.8 LS, it's gonna have, you know, almost twice that horsepower. And considering that's 30 years old, it's probably not making 155 horsepower anymore. It does not like windy, like headwinds, does not enjoy the headwinds or windy days in general. So it would be really nice to give that thing some more power. But that's definitely going to take quite a bit of effort to get done. You know, I've put a new transmission in it. Yeah, it's going to need new electronics and all sorts of new stuff like that. So. Enjoy your gift. Hope this will come in handy to be hands-free in the hand or truck or in the garage. From Terry Ray. What is this? Oh, could have used this. It's a gooseneck phone holder. Wonder if I could stick my tablet in this thing. Probably, it's probably too big. Could use this right now. So it's like a clip-on, bendy. How does this work? You clip this onto a table or something, whatever you want, and then you can stick your phone in it. Yeah, no, my tablet wouldn't fit in there, but then you can hold your phone with that and watch something on your phone or read or whatever. Or do a live stream because your other camera won't work right. Thank you, Terry. It's stiff. And we've got, looks like a couple bottles of hot sauce. Oh, we got more Melinda's. Habanero honey mustard? I've never seen this one. That looks really good. Check that out. That looks tasty. Habanero honey mustard, pepper sauce, and condiment. Mmm. What do I put that on? That looks good. Yeah, I have not seen that one in the stores yet. I'm out, Nick. Some people can't get it through their head sometimes. The Oz man cometh. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. We just started with one size fits all stuff, and then we'll get into stuff like t-shirts and things like that in the future. Hot dogs and burgers, yes. We might have to do some wings or something, or chicky nuggies. I prefer chicky nuggies. But yeah, that looks really good. I want to try this stuff. Doesn't say it's super spicy. Thank you, Terry. We're getting down to the end of it here, y'all. Shut this stuff so we don't lose it. Crazy Quady branded banana hammocks. And thongs. How about thongs too? Put that on some bass. Yeah, it wouldn't be that wouldn't be bad on a nice largemouth. It's jack links. Frank, we haven't gotten the graphics on the van yet. We'll get to it though. Tiffany, we aren't doing that yet, but we're working on it. We wanted to get our feet wet with what we're doing first, and then we'll work on overseas shipping. We were just thinking that we do this one, and then when the next round of merch comes out, because we're gonna try to do like a new merch drop at least every 90 days with some new items that we work up to do international then. But I think my wife is working on seeing if we can knock that out and get that to you guys sooner. So. All right. Get into the last package here, guys. Yeah, I know you. There's quite a few of you down there in Australia, so I'd like to get into it. Oh, this one's from Terry. Looks like more tunas. Enjoy your gift from Terry Ray. Oh, and there's some more Melinda's in here, maybe? Yeah, that is different too. I haven't seen that. That looks really good. Bam, check that out. Melinda's Jalapeno Ranch Creamy Dipping Sauce. That looks great. Yeah, I've never seen this one in the stores either. Awesome. Thank you, Terry. I could probably just drink this. I've said it before. It's stuff like this, that there's things like this that you guys send in that I don't know exists and would never be able to find it on my own. I have never seen this one. That looks so good. And it said it's like 1 spicy level out of 5, so it's probably not very hot at all. Set your mouth on flavor. Oof, I want to try that. And what do we got in here? I think it's chicken. Original barbecue chicken. There we go. Chicken Creations. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. Quady on Twitch. I don't even have a video. I don't have a gaming setup, man. I haven't done any gaming in a long time. Like, I used to play, God, what was the name? I think we've talked about it before. I don't even remember the name of it. I enjoy racing games, but man, to even be competitive now, you need like a racing sim, which those aren't cheap. But I used to play like Call of Duty and stuff like that, and but it's been a long time. Like, other than the computer, like I don't have a PlayStation or anything like that I stream on, and I don't have a gaming computer, like a full-on gaming setup. It wouldn't be bad to do, but I've never played Minecraft, no. I think I saw somebody who went by quick. Somebody from Alaska in the chat. Alaska Life 19 from Palmer, Alaska. Cheers, thanks for joining. I gotta get up there one of those days. Love Bug. What's my most inspirational figure? Or Dr. Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy. Yeah, that's a trap if I've ever heard a trap question. Oh, Nolan with the Poorhouse Coffee is in the chat. I don't know if I saw you in her earlier, but thanks for the package. Yeah, I do need to get another dog because it's been a while, but we talked about it a little bit before that there's so many places that I go to that I can't take a dog. Like all these museums that I go into, I'm not going to be able to take a dog in with me. And then you got to leave them in a vehicle, which you can't do in the summer. So I would have to plan my trips out a little bit better because a lot of times, like I just find these places to go on the trip. Some of them are definitely planned in advance, but you know, it makes a big difference when you have a dog with you. I have played the original Doom game back in the day. What was the code? I remember you could put codes in. Was it like, I don't dare quit Doom, and you just did the first letter of each word? Yeah, I'm gonna kill this whole packet of jerky right here. Ah. CDTI grad, I'll let you know if I'm back down there. Michelle, yeah, but if it's not, I'm not gonna call it that, because those are some of the worst people that they'll get something like that and they'll call it a service dog, and the dog just acts like an ass to everybody, and it's definitely not a service dog. Those are the worst animal owners. Lon Bowers in the chat with the donation. Can't wait to see a video with you and your Mrs. Q on a special time together. I appreciate the donation, Lon. I don't think we've got anything else planned right now. We just did that grain bin cabin. We're kind of trying to plan a trip for this fall to do something for our anniversary, because it'll be our 15th wedding anniversary this year. So I don't know what we're going to get into, but we'll see. Nancy Compton from Ashland, Kentucky. Cheers, Nancy. Thanks for the donation. Go back to the Spam Museum. Already seen it though. I don't need to go see it again. All right, guys. I think we're just gonna go out and end this one out here. Hopefully by the end of this month, we'll do another live stream. The end of the month, I can figure out what is going on with my laptop or whatever in the live streaming setup. If anything, just get it set up so I can have my phone turned the normal direction. But at least we got this thing done after 3 attempts last night, 1 attempt today, and then finally getting up with the phone. 5th time's the charm, I guess, now. So I appreciate everybody's support this month, and appreciate everything that has been sent in and the donations. Like I said, merch is being sent out. A lot of it is already in the mail, so it should be coming. I think there's a lot of people that should be getting their shipments tomorrow or Tuesday. So do the Night at the Roxbury Emilio for me? I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't seen that movie in so long, but I appreciate the donation. Yeah, I don't remember that. The only thing I remember from Night at the Roxbury is like when they're always like dancing like this, and it's just the two of them. But anyways, y'all, appreciate your guys' support. Like I said, there's a fun video that'll be out on the 8th that I'm stoked on. I still got to edit it, so hopefully that turns out well because I'm telling you the guys that the video is there. But we'll have a video for you guys out on Thursday too. So I think it's supposed to rain or storm tomorrow night. We might get out in that, and then I'm going to try to get one of the motorcycles out earlier this month. But I also have a trip planned coming up the end of the month. But that stuff will be probably put out in the beginning of July. We're gonna try to get the boat ready. Like that thing is just being a pain in my assholes. But we're working on that. And yeah, appreciate it, guys. Make sure to hit the like button. And then if you're watching the videos on a regular basis, please make sure to hit the thumbs up on those too. I usually don't ask in the video, but make sure you hit that. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and all that nonsense. And yeah, let me see if I can put the fire out before the end of the thing here. Oh, it's just touch control too. It's not even like a button. There we go. There's a couple different settings. All right, guys. Cheers. Appreciate you guys watching. I guess I got to get up and turn the live off on my phone. Since we're doing it over here. But yeah, cheers. Be nice to your neighbors. Go do something cool. Live out your dreams if you can. All that nonsense. I love you guys. And yeah, come back on Thursday for another video. Cheers, everybody. I don't even know how to end it over here. There we go. Peace, guys.